Phones these days are pretty ordinary. I mean, they're very good, don't get me wrong, but they all generally follow the same path, they do the same things, and people use them basically the same ways. But this is the LG V20, and it's a little bit different. I've been using it for a few days now, and I think this is one of the best phones for enthusiasts because it's still an excellent phone. It does everything all the other phones do, and it does what you expect. But there's a few features here that are a bit different. So this here is the iPhone 7 Plus, and this is the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. Now, although these phones have a few differences, the way people use them and what they do is almost exactly the same. There just isn't much of a difference here. Now, that's not a bad thing, but there are some people out there, maybe it's you, who want more out of a phone. They want different features, and I think the LG V20 really delivers on that. I've been using this for a few days, and I've gotten my impressions, and there's really three things here that I think really differentiate it from everyone else. So if you've used or seen the LG G5, the LG V20 feels very similar to that. It has a metal design, which is nice. Personally, I like the black version a little bit better than the silver one I have here, but overall on a whole, it's built really well, and the design is very similar to what you expect from LG. Now, what kind of separates it in 2016 is that it still has a removable back and a removable battery, along with a micro SD card slot, something you really don't see anymore. You get to it by pushing the button on the side, the back pops off, and you can really tell it's metal, it's nice and sturdy. But here you can replace the battery, add more storage. It's nice that this is included in a phone. I know there's a lot of people out there who absolutely love this feature, and it's really hard to find these days, but this one has it. Now on the front, there's a 5.7-inch IPS quantum dot display. Looks very good, a little bit on the blue side, but I personally like that. I think it looks really nice, and it's a Quad HD display, so it's super sharp. But what's interesting here is that it still has the smaller second screen that we had on the LG V10. So this works completely independently of the screen below it. And here you can get notifications, you can add shortcuts, access settings. It's a nice way to have something that's always present even when you're doing different things on the phone. At first, I didn't really think I'd be using it that much, but I actually found myself using it every single day. It's nice to get to the shortcuts you have there, especially something like the flashlight. You can just access it from anywhere, even when the phone is locked. You just turn it on right from that second screen. This is one place that certainly differentiates this phone from others in the pack, and I think it works really well. Now, of course, you get all the other things you would expect, like the fingerprint sensor and all the buttons, and you also get USB Type-C here, which is nice. And on the inside, you have the Snapdragon 820 processor, 4 GB of RAM. This is a powerhouse of a phone, and it's built really well with some unique features. That's what I really like about the build. Now, audio is another place that LG really focused on with the V20. It now has a high quality DAC, which actually has 4 DACs built in. So what this means is that hopefully your audio quality is going to sound better, and it's also going to be able to power higher quality headphones. Sometimes you can have a pair of headphones and you won't even realize that you're not using them to the fullest extent because your phone simply can't power it, but the LG V20 hopefully should. So when listening to audio, this phone should do great, but also when recording audio, this phone focuses on that as well. It now has higher quality microphones built in, and these allow you to record in louder environments without clipping, so you get a better recording overall, and also you can save it out in lossless. So audio going both in and out is something LG focused on for the V20, and if you like audio, this is definitely the phone to get. So the camera. This is something that's always been really important to me when it comes to smartphones, and the LG V20 doesn't really disappoint. The camera feels very similar to the LG G5. There's now 2 cameras on the back. So one of them is your normal high quality 16 megapixel sensor with f1.8 aperture, image stabilization, all the good stuff that you'd want in a camera. But the second one is super wide angle. It's not quite as good as what you get in the first camera, but if you need to fit in a lot in the frame, this is definitely the camera to use. This one is only 8 megapixels and only has an f2.4 aperture, so again, it's not quite as good quality, but if you need to fit that much in, this is gonna work. Out of the box, this camera performs pretty well. I don't think it's quite the best on the market, but for everyday shooting, especially in decent lighting, these are gonna produce some great images. But the thing is, you're probably not gonna be buying the V20 because of the out-of-the-box camera experience. What you're getting this for is the manual mode. This camera has manual mode both for photos and for video, so you get full control over everything. For someone who really wants to dial in their shot, this is definitely something important to have, and especially for video mode, this is something you don't really get on other phones. Exposure, ISO, white balance, it's all here, you can control it and get the shot that you want to get. It also has other features like filters and editing capabilities right in the camera app. For me personally, I don't really care about that stuff. I really like the manual mode though. It really gives you much more control over your photos. So I've only been using the LG V20 for a few days, but those are my first impressions. It's a solid phone, and those three things really differentiate this phone. And if you care about those, this is where I'd start. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to let me know down below in the comments what your favorite feature of the V20 is. I want to thank LG for sending out this phone to share with you guys. Like this video if you liked it, and be sure to subscribe so you can see when new videos are out every Tuesday and Friday. Also, be sure to follow me on social media. Links for that will be all down below to get a behind the scenes look. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Again, my name is Matt, and I'll see you in my next video. See ya.